hello. Would you like to tell everybody who you are?
Yes, I would. My name is Jennifer Evans, and I'm the Ministry Relations Manager for Johnny and Friends Arizona. And one of the things I get to do is help churches better serve families living with disabilities.
That's awesome. How do you know me?
Well, I first met you at the Johnny and Friends office, but we built a relationship, and now Brooke and I actually work together to go into churches. And when we do Disability Awareness Sundays, where we educate the congregation about, just people with disabilities and, how they have the same needs as us, just to build relationships and teach them etiquette and things. So Brooke's like my secret weapon, because I can go in and I can share, but when she steps up and shares her testimony, it really touches people's heart. And I think that's like so invaluable. So we team up and we go into churches now.
What were your first impressions of me in regards to my disability and cognitive abilities?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when I first met you last year and you came into the office, I actually thought that you had a cognitive disability. I really didn't think that Brooke understood me. And I was really polite because, like most people, we love and care for people. So I went up to her and I think I asked her a few questions and just, smiled. But I really didn't think she understood me. And how I found out that she was really competent and understood me is she looked me up on Facebook later and sent me a message and said, "Wow, I see that we both went to the Walter Cronkite School for Journalism at Arizona State University." And I was shocked, and then we started just communicating through Messenger and found out that we had a lot in common, and I found out that she was an author, a storyteller, speaker, and she has a nonprofit. And so that really woke me up to what I feel like her message is like, always assume competence, right? Because I didn't assume that. So that's actually, it was really a big lesson for me.
Did you have any prior experience interacting with someone who had cerebral palsy or any other physical disability?
I had some interaction, but not too much. Mostly in the past, dealing with people with hearing. I helped do hearing aid missions around the world, and so people that were deaf or hard of hearing, but never really someone with CP. So I really didn't understand it, and to be honest, there's still so much to learn, because I feel like it is a spectrum kind of per se with what people's abilities on it, and so I'm still learning a lot more about it. So no, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm learning from you. But what I must say is that what I'm learning is that everybody, regardless of ability, is like, just needs the same thing, and they're humans. And so, like, I love that I've learned that Brooke is sassy, and that she has a personality just like anyone else, and that I'm glad that we've been able to develop a friendship, because we both add different value to each other's life. And so I'm glad that she's patient with people, and knows, like, they probably don't mean it, when they just don't, maybe think that she understands. So, but I see how that could get hard.
You know, my Miss Wheelchair platform is always assume competence. What does that phrase mean to you?
Yeah, so I mean, now that I've learned is anytime I that looks like they have a disability or not, just assuming that they can understand me and they're aware. And I think this taught me, even with children with autism that maybe nonverbal, like they understand a lot, mostly more than we know. And so just always giving people that respect, I think it's such a great message, you know. So I love that that's your message of Miss Wheelchair Arizona. And I want to know, why aren't you wearing your crown?
What effect does it have on your perception of the disability community?
It really shows us that we need education, and that's what Brooke and I are focused on doing together as a team with her Miss Wheelchair Arizona platform and Johnny and Friends, is really getting in and educating people on basic things, you know, like always assuming competence, just how to approach people, because some people are just scared, they don't know, or some people just think, you know, they're too busy and they don't realize, you know, that everyone needs connection. So I just think it shows us that there's a big education piece missing for people in the church and people outside. And so I love that Brooke is focusing on educating people that, you know, so people can be more included.
Is there something you'd like to share about our friendship? Something you've learned, something that surprises you about me, or something you wish people would understand?
Yeah, Brooke is what's the word? What's the word? On top of it. Persistent is the word, because Brooke has a nonprofit and she knows that I'm in the nonprofit space. And so she like follows up for me with resources, right? So she's just not like a little wallflower over here. Like Brooke's, she's just like, hey, I need this. Hey, can you share this with me? Or do you have this? And so she'll follow up with me, and I just keep telling her, like, that's gonna help your success, because you know you don't get what you don't ask for. So she is steadfast, right? And she has goals and she goes after them. She's a leader, you know. And so Brooke may look like, you know, a little sweet and innocent, but she's developing strategic plans. She's conducting workshops. She's writing books. So I just think that people might not know that about her, and I love that about her. And I think the Miss Wheelchair Arizona is just a stepping stone for her, and how she's going to continue to impact more and more lives.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Aww, I appreciate you too. Happy Cerebral Palsy Month.
Love, grace, and peace to you all. Come back for more interviews.
Thank you.